Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Hello. Thank you, Cole G. Iman means magnet in Portuguese. I assume it's pronounced Iman. Thank you, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Right? Yeah, today's Monday. Good stuff. Just gotta do something real quick. Give me a minute. One second. Okay. Sort of hoping for a big explosive move up on the daily chart. You know, just because of my investments. Got a couple days of consolidation sort of towards a pretty insane rise in the market. Almost 2,000 points on the NASDAQ in just under a month. But of course, for trading, doesn't really matter what's going on because I'm not going for any big moves. Just got to make sure that I change the chart if I need to, change the time frame to get the conditions that I like for trading. Quick question, Perry? Yeah, go ahead. Do I always trade the same session times? Yes. I experimented for a really long time and eventually found that one short session is where I do best. And at this time, with the volatility. How was my weekend? It was good. What did I do? I played some disc golf, worked on some YouTube projects, the usual. The usual. Need to wait a little bit before I get started. It's tempting to go short there, but I think it's just gonna push up through. Plus, I don't trade at the high of day or low of day, because I have no edge there, as I say quite often. I'd like to do a live stream on my main channel at some point. I think it would be fun to just hang out, do a Q&A. Just hang out, answer questions in the chat. We'll do that at some point soon. After streaming, of course. Do I trade crypto? No. Just futures. Just the NASDAQ. Yes, Daniel, I went to college. Graduated with a degree in behavioral science. My original plan was to become a therapist before I discovered that trading was a thing. Face reveal when? Probably never. I'm going to continue to make a lot of enemies from fairly dangerous people that are scamming traders and stuff, so best to not have anyone know who I am. Plus, I don't want fame. I want to help people and have nobody know who I am. Best of both worlds. Sort of like the best way to, I suppose, be famous eventually once the channel is much bigger. My main channel. Well, I mean, this one will grow too, but, you know, the main channel is going to be the big one. Some pretty beautiful price action, but no trading from me. If it remains directional, there's going to be nothing, but it could always change. Am I a full-time trader? Yeah, technically, I guess, but not consistently profitable yet. I have a couple of different income streams, and my fiance is a nurse. What's my opinion on chart patterns? Do they actually work? No. If you go to I'm Trading on YouTube, I recommend watching that video that says proving nothing works plus a guide on what does, or something close to that. The thumbnail is a picture of smart money concepts, supply and demand, and a bunch of other things with X's. That'll explain it much better than I can here. That's what that video is about. All those chart patterns can currently be automated by software. Almost for free. Nothing happens afterwards consistently enough to be profitable on their own. You can use patterns in those types of trading systems to learn price action and to sort of focus on a specific part of price action where you can hone in your learning. So in that way, it's good, but it's not good because YouTubers who can't trade just use it to try to trick beginners into thinking that the market can be simplified into when X does blah, do blah. And that's obviously not going to work. All right, we're pushing up to that recent high. Let's see, where is it? 1649. Yeah. About 60 points away. Maybe at some point in the future, or even now, I suppose, we could go to a sim account and just try to get better in direction. I feel like I've come a long way. Recently, in particular. So I might do better now, but I don't know. Maybe that's just something I'll think about. For example, right now I'm tempted to short, expecting it to go below this pivot, maybe to like down here. But I know that that's just 50-50. And so, since I'm doing a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, that doesn't work long term. why not follow the trend? I just don't trade in directional price action, because I don't have an edge in that. I have all the stats for my trading performance and different types of price action. Okay. It did exactly what I said, but not bothered. Plus, if I entered here, I would have got stopped out anyways. And I don't go for bigger moves like that anymore. But if we can keep coming down and then sort of stall out a bit, then I'll look to take a trade. It's also tough right here because I want to short, just going for a little bit there, but there's also so much momentum up. Okay, it would have worked. But there's just so much momentum up that hard to trust a down move. News? I didn't see any. I've got nothing. Nothing at 9:45. I don't like that. I don't like the target being up there. Got a little lucky there. That wasn't not really that good of a trade. The reason I didn't like it because of the target being up here is, even though we're on a small time frame, that's sort of a major change. And I'm not trying to go for major changes. I'm just trying to go for moves within the little structure. And to come up here is sort of a break in this consolidation here. So not a high probability trade. Not a great trade. I guess ATR is slowing down a bit. And maybe if I wasn't talking, I would have shorted. What is bro yapping about? Why are my hands so cold? Any fellow blood circulation to the extremity sufferers in the chat? Type 1 in the chat if your fingers are cold. Why am I talking? Like, just focus. I'm not really interested in taking a trade just because it's slowed down like crazy and I'm on a 30-second chart. I guess I could go here. Nah, not trading. It's too tight. Yeah, some of these candles aren't even showing up on ATR because I have it scrunched to be the exact range that I like for trading, which is something I don't know why I never did. Because it's so much easier to just look at this and see where ATR is and then know exactly which one it is instead of having it scale to whatever, including outliers. Like if there's a 20-point candle, then ATR is just going to be stretched out like crazy. And then you can't just glance and look at exactly what it is. Ideally, I would love to have a number pop up here above each one. So like 7.5, 7, 6.75, just like in white text right here, just right along the line. I would like that. It's getting real scrunchy. Crunchy. Crunchy and squishy. Squunchy. Yeah. Was there news at 9:45? I didn't see anything on... Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you, Wetlands. News! I see a lot of cold hands in the chat. Right hand always cold. Toes too? Yeah. If any of you know what a capillary refill is, the only reason I know it is because my lady is a nurse. If you push, take your right thumb and just on a spot on your hand, maybe the soft part, just push down, not too hard, for like 3 seconds and then let go. Now look at that whiteness, although I guess this is from the perspective of a white person. I don't know how it works. But your skin will change color a bit where you pressed. And then if you count how long it takes for that skin to return to normal color. It's supposed to be pretty quick. My capillary refill on my feet is like 20 seconds. Which is, it's really bad. It's supposed to be like 1 second. 1 to 2 seconds, I think. It's currently about 3 seconds on my hand. Capillary refill is basically how long it takes for the blood to like get back in that area. So that's what I mean when I say it returns to the normal color. Yeah, I'm gonna be done there. It's certainly, the volatility is definitely lower. I mean, I'm on a 30-second chart and it's still really don't want to see anything in the 9 to 6. That's not true. I don't want to see this stuff down here. But more importantly, it's like consolidating, but then you'll get a push through, but then it just does nothing, and then out of nowhere we just get a bigger move. It's like you can't. The way I approach trading, categorizing price action, it's very, very difficult to do that if it keeps changing and being inconsistent. Ideally, the only way you would lose a trade is if consolidation turns to direction to hit your stop loss, or if direction turns to consolidation to hit your stop loss. So, following direction, reversing consolidation. The only way you should lose a trade in consolidation is if you were to short up here and then get stopped out here because it's now changed to direction. Whereas you can just keep sort of reverting. Like here. If it came down here, wouldn't be bad to go long. What the? Just completely threw me off. I see you, Lewis. Alright, well, that's it for me. I guess, honestly, not good. This wasn't a super good entry, and sort of just got lucky. Sometimes bad trades work. And you only know when you got lucky or unlucky when you have an edge. That was not a good trade. Doesn't mean I should have shorted there. It's, I guess, a good trade too late. So just a bad entry. Should have gotten in earlier. But I don't know. Can't overanalyze every trade. All right. Obviously, the Goblin wants to go long and just throw that thing like 10 million points away. But we'll be done for there. Done. We will be done there. Yeah, that's what it is. So one trade. That's it. 4 points. 80 bucks. Minus commissions. That's all right. I'm feeling good. Feeling real confident. Made some big breakthroughs and stuff I don't know why I didn't always know. Seems obvious in hindsight, but that's the curse of knowledge. Once you know something, it seems obvious to everyone else. I mean, once you know something, it seems obvious, even to yourself. Always important to remember that all of us didn't know how to do basic addition at some point, so when you're explaining something to someone, remember that the only reason you know it is because you learned it. So be nice. Goblin would have won, but Goblin's bad guy. Real bad guy. Evil little creature. What was the recent breakthrough? Honestly, just changing the chart time frame to match the conditions. See, before I was in 20 seconds, and then I would wait or not, sort of not paying enough attention to ATR. And right now it just happens to be that going to a 30-second chart creates the conditions that were consistent just a couple weeks ago when volatility was a little bit higher. Changing the chart time frame is a good way to create the oh my god, dude, what? Cannot speak right now. Changing the chart time frame is a good way to artificially increase ATR and to create the conditions that you like. Volatility is lower, go higher. Change everything until you get the conditions you like. That's basically it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, sort of. I do, I just can't communicate it. There's a disconnect in my my brain bones, the bones in my brain. Are you trading like Mark Douglas? I'm not sure how much trading Mark actually did before focusing just on being a coach. I know he traded a little bit. But I also don't want to say anything because his wife will sue anyone who says anything bad. And that's a fact. And someday I'm going to show you the email she sent me. Actually, multiple. Who's Mark? Mark Douglas. Alright, I'll end it there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you have your edge and you're ready to make that transition from sim account to live money, Trade Day is the best prop firm in the industry. For futures, they have the best evaluation accounts in the industry. It's undisputed. Eventually, the other firms are probably going to change their rules to try and keep up. If you use my code, IMANTrading20 for 20% off, I'd really appreciate that. And that's about it, folks. Hey. Oh, okay. Yeah, we did break the high. All right. Take care, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Bye-bye.